Welcome back everyone for the next part of Etrian Odyssey 3. And first and foremost, instead of a recap, I need to say something really quickly. I kinda messed up with the recording of the first part of Etria. Well, it turns out swapping games was something that OBS didn't really like at all. Like at all. It turned off the audio recording of the game itself. My microphone was suddenly muted. And now, after saving over my current save file, I'm stuck with a recording with no sound whatsoever. Isn't that just great? Absolutely great. Future Ray, which is right now me, is going to have a blast editing that, right? I mean, I already had a blast cutting it down a bit in order to make this thing more handleable for post-recording Ray. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I did in this part. I'm vaguely remembering it. Right now we have like 2 AM in the morning. So yeah, this is not going according to plan at all. But it's fine. We can handle this somehow, right, Lucy? Yeah. Especially now that Lucy has a new pet, as I'm kind of showing right now. I decided to give her a new pet, simply because Frankie... Well, let's just say Frankie is still good. I really like Confusion and all. But you know how it is sometimes. If you don't want the enemy to hit a specific target in the party, then Provoke is a bit more reliable than Confusion, right? Especially with my luck. And if the enemies are asleep, at the very least I don't run the risk of them attacking somebody they are not supposed to attack. Right? Kinda. So now we have a new owl pet around here, and we are going to love it very much, because in this part it's going to be very helpful already. Like really, really helpful. So, but first and foremost, I guess we're going to accept a couple of quests first. The deep blue, I see. You're accepting this request. This was made by the famous old lady, Horse. Are you knowing who she is? She's the last great master of Armorroad Dyeing style. Armorroad Dyeing, it's an art form known for its deep blue color, like the ocean water. This special blue shade is only known from indigo paths in the labyrinth. So I'm needing you for you to bring 1 indigo pits. You can chop it on the 7th floor. Okay, this is going to be a bit difficult around here. Not entirely sure where I took the bricks. I'm finding myself counting on you again. Yes. And where you go, explorer? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be difficult. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes I have a break, probably because I said something at that point. Future Ray, post-recording Ray, edit Ray it's always difficult for me in that version. Back then I didn't care at all, I was just playing the game. I think I fixed it a little at least, but still a far stretch between the gaps. Are you accepting this request? Researcher Scott, I see. Apparently something strange happens with the starfishes on the 7th floor. Have you been hearing the rumors that the starfishes are gathering every night? Very mysterious. Scott is wanting you to be looking and seeing just what the starfish are up to. You will be needing to go where the starfish are at night and watch them like a hawk. A hawking, I mean. Ah, okay. At the very least, now we know that we have to go there during the night, I guess. By the way, I'm not going there during the night at all. I was too busy exploring the place before I worry about any type of starfish, right? Oh, heard about the 2 types of starfish, or the type of starfish that is larger than normal. It has a certain something. They call it the king starfish. They exhibit some interesting behavior you don't see much in the wild. Really? When the king starfish is present with 2 other types of starfish, they begin to cooperate. They perform a complex, intricate sets of action, allowing them to attack and heal simultaneously. I'd say they have a much better understanding of each other than humans do. I guess they do, especially since I don't think I have the option of having a training skill like them. But that's fine, right? That's fine, at the very least we have Hellfire and other stuff. Oh, and by the way, it seems like I made a cut right here. I think I was about to head over to the labyrinth, and then there's a astrologic magic user showing up out of nowhere in the middle of the path. Matsuri, Hayata and this girl? Yes, I already forgot. Hypatia was it? Yeah, the girl, Hypatia. I know that you're busy and I'm sorry to bother you, but I need you to do me a favor. Favor? I heard you were the one to find the ancient fish nest the other day. This has to do with that. Please don't tell Agatha where the nest is. I have an awful feeling about it. Ah, promise me you won't. The girl bleeds desperately, then darts off without waiting. Well, yeah, she wasn't waiting for a response at all. She just rushed away. You aren't quite convinced. You resolve to return to what needed to be done for now. Yeah, that quest is a bit confusing. She just appear out of nowhere, ask us to not answer Agatha, and then rushes off again, leaving us hanging like that without a clue whatsoever what's going on. Actually speaking, I don't think I ran into Agatha once during the travels, except maybe on the first. Yeah, he might be on the first floor again. I haven't checked that area. After all, we were busy following Olympia, right? The 7th floor has to be explored. Therefore, they're everywhere. I think at that point I was about to say. Wait, was that the one that scared me for a second? I know that one of them scared me randomly because I suddenly decided to turn around and it was staring at me. But no, I don't think it was that one. It was probably another one. And was that the moment when I actually showed off my beautiful little owl? I was checking the weakness. Yes, that's a good sign. Come on. Come on, summon the owl. It's the best thing around here, believe me. The owl is broken. Like, literally, the owl is freaking broken. Yeah, I think it is a good idea to heal Alicia. Just in case, if she goes for provoke with 3 enemies around here, all of them are kind of strong, especially the starfish. 40 on the background, my character, that's not good. But do you see this? The owl. It entered once and put 2 of them to sleep right away. It's gorgeous. And do you know what the best part about the owl is? Actually, it's the best part about all of our pets. Wait a second. Any second now? Lucy was able to put the other one to sleep. And just like that, the owl is able to just put them all back to sleep again. Just like that, without any questions, without anything. It is so great. I just wish all my characters were faster than the owl. That way I could make sure that all of them are asleep during the start of the next scene. Or rather, yeah, next action. But no, sadly, my Alicia and my characters are a bit too slow for that. But it's still fine, right? It is still fine. At the very least, we are able to stop the others from using their cooperative attacks, right? So, must say, the fight drags on for a very long time, and that's not even the worst of the starfish fights. I had one where the king was respawning them like endlessly. It was madness. I used up so much TP during that fight. Ah, yeah. Wonder why I didn't speed up that portion. Usually I always speed that up a bit, seeing how I'm literally just walking around, fighting my way through wave after wave of encounters. But then again, wait a second. Ah, yeah, okay, I remember. Don't go right at the fork up ahead. 10 of our men made that mistakes. No one came back. Right, it was the second guy that showed up today. Without interaction. They just pop out and warn me about stuff. That usually always ends up scaring me for a second, simply because I don't like it if my character is forcibly turned in another direction. Like at all. The sentry leaves in a hurry. As if fleeing, you strongly consider taking his warning to heart. Should I go right? He said me not to go right, but should I quite possibly go right? I don't know about that one. That was literally what I was thinking about at that very moment. Technically speaking, if an NPC tells me to not do something, it might be wise not to do it, but at the same time, if they're telling me to do, or rather to avoid something, I kind of like to try it out. But the second I saw he was talking about the red FOE, I had my doubts about it. I mean, it was still in the back of my head, and I was very intrigued by it, but we have other things to worry about, right? Yeah, we had other things to worry about. We still have so much on the 7th floor to explore. I barely was able to find a working shortcut around here. And now, I'm being hunted by an FOE. Great. So, let's see. First, we're going to check out the left path. I think I was trying to sneak behind it, but of course the FOE wasn't really following us that far along. But that's fine. After all, at the very least, we can check out the other corner from this path now, which leads to a treasure chest and nothing else. And of course, a bunch of starfishes as well. Oh, where's the starfishes? Is that the counter that never ends? Was it that one? Hopefully not. I mean, the owl is still helpful as ever, but... God, I hate starfishes. They're literally the fishes from the first stratum. Just that they are more annoying because they are more tankier than the fishes. But then again, I'm not entirely sure how strong the cooperative attack from them is. I know that it's supposed to heal them as well, which in turn allows them to survive even more. But I'm not entirely sure how strong it is. I might have to test it out at one point. Maybe. Oh, by the way, something I didn't notice before. Is this just me, or is that giant king starfish thingy wearing some kind of mustache in the middle of his body? In black? It's swirling? Going downwards as well? Kind of cute. I haven't noticed that before because, well, I was really worried about the cooperative attacks. I usually just fight along and don't pay that much attention to the model itself. But now that I see it again, like this, yeah, I guess he had the mustache all along, huh? No wonder that he was so strong. I mean, we saw that on other occasions where I give my characters a mustache, and just like that, they become 20 times more stronger than they usually appear, right? Okay. Oh god. Oh, I remember that corner. Ooh, the next encounter's gonna be very rough. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. That was really, really cursed. Oh no. I mean, look at our TP. Look at our health, right? It's just 3 starfish and 1 mustache. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. And I think even the red one are the easiest of the bunch, right? First we had the red, then the blue guys came along, and the king, right? I don't quite remember what happened, but I know it just never ends. Those guys never end. And I think at that point I was still so focused around getting rid of the little guys instead of just focusing down on the big guy, simply because I wanted to avoid the whole cooperative attacks. But that was a mistake. Now the big guy has been put asleep for a couple of times now. I mean, at this point, maybe 4 or 5 times. There. Another wave. Come on, just finish him off. It's never going to end if I don't. You need to kill him off. Right this instant. It's only getting worse from here. God damn it, see? Now it goes really bad. First my healer's down. I haven't bought any nectars at this point. I mean, I still had nectar 2s, but I'm not wasting nectar 2s. Oh god, Alicia, hang on. It's already down to 6. I think at that point I was a bit desperate. My healer's down. I don't have any type of medicals in hand. I think I saved my back row with my owl, so that they aren't forced to go to the front line. But that was really bad. That was almost top condition, right? We started this fight in top condition, only to end up half dead. Well, at the very least I got 1k of N, huh? Yeah, the reports wasn't really that good at all. The jar, well, we don't really need the jar. We have element arms in case we need element types, right? And the worst thing about this all is, look at this, look at this. Do you see this? The blue flowers up there. I could have gotten one little shortcut right over here. But I didn't. Because I was almost dead at that point, and the encounter rate around here sometimes is so quick that I was a bit worried about it, you know? I was really worried about it. And seeing this scene right after that, it's kind of reasonable for me to be worried, right? Look at that, it collapsed central, on the ground. You immediately rush to his side, but he already has already passed away. He must have borne the brunt of some vicious attacks. His thick armor rendered into dust, I guess, as the rest of the party shudders at the carnage. Alicia saw something and alerted the others. Whatever murdered the sentry was drenched in blood, which left a trail down a nearby path. Consider with some trepidation whether to follow the trail of blood or retreat for now. Are we going after him? Technically speaking, maybe we should. Practically speaking, going all the way over here, I kind of ended up half dead again, so I don't really feel like it. Also, seems like the corpse still has something in his hand. I noticed that the interaction was still around. I wanted to check which path is actually the one with the blood, but instead, it seems like that corpse was holding on to some kind of pendant. A pendant that literally shows that he was a beginner, adventurer, knight. I'm not entirely sure. I should have probably read that again, but yeah, I guess this is something like a medallion that that warriors and soldiers like to keep around on their necks in case something happens to their bodies, so that at the very least the pendant finds its way back to their families. That is probably also the reason why he held on to that thing so vigorously. I mean, we still had to pry it open from his hand in order to retrieve it, but it was really, really precious to him. Now, I'm not entirely sure at that point what I can do with it, because I don't remember if I ever had a chance to meet the families of a guard before, but it's always good to have it in our hands, right? At the very least, it's not left in that labyrinth. Whoever wants it probably is very happy about it that we have retrieved it, right? And my god, more starfishes! No, at that point I was so sick of starfishes. All things considered, I still have a starfish quest waiting for me as well, right? God, the starfishes on this floor, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, they respawn constantly, and we have a quest related to them as well. And here in this corner was a corpse of a starfish as well. But nothing about the quest itself. Yeah. I don't think a dead starfish is going to help us with the mystery of the Night League exploration, but we'll see, right? We'll see. I mean, at this point we're still just exploring. I haven't really started looking for the quest yet. Oh, another shortcut. I have to say, why are 3 shortcuts so close to each other? But why are they so far away from the main staircase, but so close to each other in general? It's a bit mean, don't you think? A bit. Nevertheless, at this point I was pretty sure, yeah, that's probably not going to lead to the blood trail, so I guess this corner's safe. Oh yes, it's a talk button, which means this is just another sentry. While searching for Olympia, you spot another one of the guards. Oh, you must be Vesperia, here to find a woman. I'm afraid she's not here. Listen though, if you have the time, can you do me a favor? A favor? Okay, that's kind of rare for a guard around here. Thanks! It'll be a big help. One of the guys took a different road, and he's still not back. I'm kind of worried. If you can find him, could you tell him to check in back at the base, at least? I will look for him myself, but I've got another man down just past here. I'm counting on you. Ooh, you're missing a man, huh? I might have something for you. Did you manage to track down the woman? Or are you here to tell me what in the blue hell happened to my man? Yeah. He was dead? That can't be. Don't even joke about that. Where's your proof? It's kind of hard to believe, huh? You produced the sentry's blood-encrusted medal and handed over to the captain. Kind of hard to tell him like this. This is his. No, there must be some mistake. How could this? Even with the helm muffling his voice, you can discern his despair at the fragility of life. As you grope for something to say to him, he takes the initiative to speak to you instead. I'm sorry. I was just a little shaken. It may be same careless of me. Oh god, that was messed up. The moment we go out to order to delve in the labyrinth, I know this was one of the outcomes. Thank you for taking the time to look for him. Here, a little something for your work. That's Risa. I'll get back to Kucha and break the news to him. Can't really stand around here forever, after all. And with that, he's leaving the area. Well, I mean, all things considered, at the very least, he got the news right away, huh? It's not the news that he wanted, but it's better than nothing. I mean, if we hadn't given him the medallion, he would have probably stayed around here for longer, hoping for his return, even though it's probably inevitable, right? And who knows when the next fish monster is showing up here and actually gets rid of all the remains of him. Maybe even destroy or carry away the medallion itself, right? So many things could have happened to him. So yeah, at the very least, if it gave him a little bit of closure, and he gave me a very busted spear because of it. I mean, look at this. 72 attack for my tank, who never attacks. I mean, I'm probably never going to use it, but I still like it. I think it even had slots open. I might be able to replace our current spear with it. That is, if I get the materials to actually upgrade it, but that's fine, right? I can worry about that later. Now we have 2 mustaches in front of us, which is very, very scary. Come on. I was able to run, right? Please tell me I was able to run. Come on, Owl. Yes. Okay. Because that would be disastrous. Imagine dying in front of the stairs. Huh? That would be very, very bad. And hey, we might have not found Olympia, but at the very least we were able to find the way down to the 8th floor. Right? That is progress. Blood-covered progress, but still progress. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I was doing here, seeing how we aren't really quite done with the 7th floor yet. I think I was trying to see if there might be a shortcut around here that I can previously map before leaving the area, but instead, I found a crystal pillar in a corner. When you touch it, however, it crumbles away. It seems the pillar was made out of salt. Your exertion to the labyrinth may have caused you to sweat more than you would have thought. If you feel the need to replenish your salt, you may gather a pile of salt and lick it. Sure, just eat a random amount of salt, why don't you? You break off a portion of the crumbling crystal pillar and lick it carefully. The natural salt slowly heals the sodium you have lost through your participation or something. Everyone has recovered 30 HP, and I was really hoping for TP, but sadly, no. Now we have a little bit of an issue. I guess my character was a bit hungry. The small voice inside of you tell you to lick it again. Who knows, you might be able to heal even more. But all things considered, eating too much salt is not good for you, so no way. You declined, not wanting to risk an excess of salt. You leave the temptation and the room behind. Now I still wonder what they did with the remaining amount of salt. I mean, that was a giant crystal pillar, right? One lick is not enough to destroy a giant crystal pillar of salt. We could have probably taken it along, or at the very least, it should be possible for us to return the next day in order to get another quick heal, right? Technically speaking, but I guess not. Nevertheless, at this point I was just focused on finishing up the map around here. After all, there's still a lot for us to explore. Sure, the FOEs are giving us a little bit of trouble around here, but at the very least, oh god. Right, that looks bad. It's really close. Thank goodness he's lost interest, right? Imagine if he stepped upwards and I wasn't able to escape because those octopus have the ability to leg bind. My heart! My poor heart! I just reached the 8th staircase! You can't just take that away from me! I was really, really completely hysterical at that point. But anyway, at the very least, those FOEs are very territorial. As long as you don't stick around the area of their nests, they just leave you alone, right? Yeah, we don't really need to worry about them at all. It is a bit surprising that he's still angry at me, even though I already hid behind the shortcut. But oh well, right? As long as he leaves that corner so that I can check the other side of the wall again, I'm gonna be happy about it. Because I think I noticed something back there, right? Yes, I'm heading back there. I even slowed it down. That's a good icon. Yes, okay, there was a shortcut that another invisible shortcut that I'm unable to reach. Ah, great. Right, and that means at this point there's no other way towards the left side from here, like at all. I mean, there are a couple of ways, but they are currently blocked off by FOEs, right? It would be quite foolish for me. The guard even warned me about the fact that I shouldn't turn right at that corner, right? But that's literally the only way left. What should I do? What should I do? How about trying out that one function that I haven't really used up to this point? The quick save that allows you to make a quick save point anywhere in the labyrinth that you can load as long as you don't load the actual save file itself. And how about when I'm doing something very stupid and fight against the green seahorse that I already mentioned during the first time I get down here? Now I know it's not supposed to be a seahorse, I know it's a scaly dragon, but the first time when I saw that guy as a 3DS model in Nexus, well, it kind of reminded me of a seahorse at the time, and it was very, very dangerous. I think he even followed me along the sea current. Normally, the second the water is carrying you away into the distance, they usually lose interest, but not those guys. No. They are following you down. They're never letting go. It was really annoying to get around them. And the fight itself, I still have a vague memory that I wasn't supposed to fight them at all. But it seems like in this game they are kind of alright. I mean, you saw the damage on Alicia, right? It's manageable 40 damage. Provoke is working wonders around here. I even summoned my Frank just in case. It's always good to have confusion around here, if it lands, of course. Which isn't very likely, but we can always hope for that, right? Also, I just noticed that my Plague is not really, or that my Frank is not really able to do a lot of damage against him. I think it was only able to do like 9 damage? That's not a lot against the red FOE. Those guys are usually always the tankiest of all of them, right? But it's fine. It's gonna be fine. We just have to continue. Oh, got 50% down. I got the confusion down. Yeah, this is gonna be a long fight. But hey, at the very least it's handleable. I mean, right now he's confused, so technically speaking, anyone could get an attack from him, but as long as I keep up with my debuffs and my defenses, I should be fine. And as long as Haru isn't attacked by him, we have the constant heal effect as well, right? There you go. Everyone is recovering a little. As long as he's not able to one-shot us, we don't really have to worry about it at all, right? Okay, I think at this point, is he already down to 1/4 of his life? No, not even close. Oh, 5 turns, not even half. I think he even helps us as well. Yeah, he's able to do 90 damage on himself. Now, if that were against Evie, that would be a slight issue, seeing how she isn't really nearly as tanky as Alicia. And I think I'm not even using any type of protection skills either. Did I? No. Oh my god. I'm even attacking with Alicia. I should have equipped the Sarasi after all, huh? Yeah, that would have been very helpful. If I knew that Alicia would end up attacking, I should have probably... She's literally doing 1 damage. god! I should have equipped that spear! I should have equipped that spear! That's fine, that's fine. As long as the confusion lasts, we don't really have to worry about a thing. Ah, never mind, it already went off. Okay, how high are the chances that Frankie is able to confuse it again? Probably not very likely, right? Oh, it has charged, but we got the sleep. Too bad that the sleep was in the middle of all of our attacks. Okay. Should I guard? It'd be better if I guard. With everyone, preferably. There we go. Just in case. Charge is always bad news. Okay. Well. I mean. Good that he didn't charge before, huh? Good that Frankie kept him from using his charge ability. That could have been so worse. But it's fine. It's fine. Now, what was that sentry? We're not supposed to go towards the right path, huh? Too bad for you that we kind of have to go towards the right path in order to map out the whole area, huh? Okay. Now the first thing I wanted to make sure of is that I get a shortcut around here. I'm not going to fight that thing again. I think I lucked out there, seeing how long the confusion was able to last on that thing. I think it was 5 turns, right? The maximum amount. 5 turns. Full of confusion. Where I didn't have to worry about a thing. That's something that usually never happens. But if it happens, it's really great for us, right? Okay, and I think I'm even going to get the best shortcut from all of them, right? Yeah, look at that. All the way back to the beginning area of this place. A direct cut through most of the top right area of this labyrinth, or rather of this floor. It's great. But I was really scared. I really wanted to save that progress. No more foes. Just exploration from here on out, right? Just exploration. We don't have to worry about a thing. I even changed to night so that I'm able to find those starfishes now. And instead, it's another one of those sentries. As we make slow but steady progress towards the Bubba, we have found her. That woman. The sentry appears. She went down the stairs ahead. The other sentry followed, but you better go after her, maybe? The sentry then rushes past you, saying something about needing to report the matter to Kochura. If he speaks truth, you are closing in on the object of your search. You must be very cautious. So she's here? But what about the other path? Right? What about the other path? I thought Olympia kind of ripped that other guy to shreds because he was following her? But I guess not? Maybe she did? Maybe she was really quick? And that is why we need all of those extra sentries in order to corner her somehow? Maybe I wasn't even supposed to be here, actually. Now that I think about it, yeah. Usually I'm not supposed to fight the FOEs, right? Especially the red ones. Not that early, at least. Oh well, right? Oh well, at the very least we have found yet another staircase down to the 8th floor. Which is a bit confusing, seeing how, Oh. Right. The blue guys. The sea lion has changed the color. And now he has become even more dangerous. And the encounter rate around here is even higher than before. Ooh, I hated that place. I really hated that place. I was so happy once I was done charting out the territory around there. Look at that. Already red. Hey, I mapped out a corner. And the blue guy is back. Ah. Okay. But again, with Olympia, there's a high chance, right? There's a high chance that she is pretty much all over the place in order to make us check up on the sentries as well, in order to ensure that they are able to trap her in an environment where we can catch up to her. After all, she's strong, she's fast, and it seems like she knows the place around here, right? So we need any help around. So we need kind of any help that we can get in order to actually trap her. So, okay. What happened around here? Did anything oh, another blue guy! God damn it! Walrus! But I don't think I've ever... No. I think, yeah, this is pretty much just an empty corner, right? Was it? Was there anything special in the bottom left corner? I know that I tried to find the statue. I'm still looking for that statue thingy. The starfish quest. But at the same time, it can't really be around here, right? If it is an area behind the foe that we're not supposed to fight, then the quest shouldn't really lead us towards that direction either. All things considered. Yeah, there's nothing over there. Absolutely nothing. I mean, sure, we have a couple of currents around here that moves us around, but actually speaking, at this point, I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do around here. I mean, we have barely any space left. It's just another connection point back to the FOE that I wasn't supposed to touch. So yeah? What? Ah, right. A third pair of stairs. No idea why there are like 3 staircases around here. Especially this one. This one literally leads to a little corner covered in shortcuts. First, I put an exclamation mark in there because I kind of thought maybe it's the sentry, but no! No, it's not in the event either. It's just shortcuts. It's just everywhere shortcuts. Nothing else. It's just that room was so weird. Huh. But then, on second guess, I guess maybe that staircase was a way to get back up to the 7th floor? I mean, there has to be a way for me to reach the Olympia staircase without running into the FOEs, right? Which could only mean that the top, or rather bottom right staircase has to lead to the C2 staircase, right? It has to. Otherwise it wouldn't really make sense. Oh! Never mind! It seems like there was at least one good treasure down there. Formalite is always good. Formalite is the best item in the game. That is if you go for the conditional drops, right? And it seems like there was still one event waiting for us after all. Probably not related to the starfish. Actually, it's just a bench. But hey, at this point, I take anything, right? The top portion happened to be in the shape of a bench. A quick glance around reveals no monster. It seems possible to rest here, if you choose so. Sure, I mean at this point, I just wanted to see what happens. I mean, it's pretty clear it's not related to our quest. The coral bench is comfortable. Your party's fatigue is eased by the much needed rest. Everyone recovered HP. However, when you stand ready to resume your journey, the bench suddenly begins to shift. It appears that you were sitting on top of a monster that catches its flies with honey, not vinegars. It is fortunate that you reflect as you draw your weapon, that you are fully rested for this battle. Still, it's just 30 HP. I would have loved to have some TP instead. I mean, you see my TP, right? Everyone is using up the TP recently. Usually speaking, my character just focuses down on standard attacks because the element arrows with Harrow are strong enough that I don't really need to worry about Volt Barrage, Ice Barrage or heavy shots. But with all those starfishes and the high walrus and the other things that are running around here, I'm kinda forced to shoot away lately. Which is not that good, seeing how my TP is literally the lowest amount from all of us. I mean, technically speaking, Alicia might have had the same TP as me, but my skills kind of cost more than hers, so yeah, once I start using my skills, I'm running out so quickly that I just like to focus on my standard attacks if I can help it. Like really, I don't want to waste some readers. Not at all. Especially if you consider all of my skill points so far. I have Giant Kill, I have Mastery. There's a decent chance that I can crit with normal attacks. Why would I need to go for heavy shot, right? Why would I need to go for heavy shot? Oh well, at the very least the encounter wasn't really so bad. I was able to get some coral jaws, new monster as well. But not a single quest was done. I haven't found the indigo thingy. I wasn't able to see the starfishes. And we found a couple of good weapons, right? We found a couple of good weapons, that's a good thing. Corpses as well, which is a bad thing. And I guess we kind of found a lead to Olympia, so in that regard, I guess we had a lot of progress today, huh? Yeah, I guess we did, in fact, had a lot of progress today. It's a shame that OBS decided to mess it up like this. Oh well, right? Oh well. At the very least I was able to catch it during the next part. But I was still fuming. I was so fuming. Yeah. Anyways, at this point, I see that the video is running out. I'm going to make a cut right here. I hope you guys are fine with this post-comment style. I don't really like to do it that much, simply because usually the best quotes happen during the play itself. But hey, at least I was still able to fix it somehow, right? At least that. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun in today's part, and see you next Tuesday. Or maybe Wednesday, depending on which game you watch. Until next time, bye bye!